Hey everybody, we are Dicey Decisions, and we are back with our Twist of Fate campaign, playing through uh, Turn of Fortune's Wheel from the Planescape edition, and we'll be headed into the Vecna Eve of Ruin book, taking this campaign all the way to level 20. Quick announcement, our good friend and original crew member Dan had to step away from the game. So we wish Dan well, and the seat's always there for you, buddy. When you are ready to come back, we will figure it out. But in light of that, we have the pleasure of introducing a new player tonight, Miller, who will be playing Gil. However, I'll wait for that introduction to happen in game. Um, but moving forward, Miller will be with us as we progress through the story. Um, Speaking of which, last episode, our heroes had made their way into the Outlands, getting safely uh, out of uh, Sigil by the skin of their teeth. One of their number fell to the uh, Harmonium guards. However, in doing so, another version of Kalen showed up right behind the party. And uh, this was both wrong and right to everybody's memories at the same time. And they realized that they had memories with this version of Kalen as well as with the original. And this version, uh, although looks similar, is different in stature, different in fur color, and definitely different in garb and equipment, and seems to be more of a circus performer than his compatriot was. However, uh, several memories started to spark for everybody with this new version, and they're starting to wonder what is exactly going on with the possibilities of these multiple versions of people. In addition, we had some glitching in and out from Quinn and Gil throughout their traversing across the Outlands. They were able to follow tracks of the Modron they had been sent to try to find, who has some sort of connection to why they have been pulled here to Sigil. And in following the tracks led them to some ruined towers in a forest, which, upon further inspection, ends up being a walking fortress of Githyanki design. As they made their way inside, they found a huge library, much to Quinn's blipping in and out chagrin. Uh, uh, um, Lorelai did promise to snag a few books and hold on to them for Quinn as they were walking through. However, they came across some other denizens who had broken their way into this fortress and had murdered some of the original inhabitants, who happened to be Githyanki scholars. The band of fiends and their minions turned on the party, and after a well fought battle, the group was successful in um, ridding them, ridding the tower or the fortress of their presence with some banishments and some key moments uh, of heroic prowess. And they were able to come upon the one lone survivor who is being held upstairs, Zathir, who is a female scholar, Gith scholar, who has promised the party safe haven here and has said that she owes them a life debt for saving her from these fiends. Also found was a pieces of a floating construct known as a mimir that had been pulled apart by the Modron that they had been searching, who came through this fortress, and in inspection found a folded up card from the deck of many things, which a soul was able to grab, and it was the Sage card, which a soul attuned to, and the party a soul was able to put back together the Mimir, who announced that he was a guide to the Outlands, and what information would they wish to know. And in questioning him about where the missing Modron was, they realized that this creature didn't have that information. So a soul decided to use the Sage card, which allows them to contact the creature that the card is attuned to from another plane and ask questions. And as he triggered the card, a voice came back to him and said, "Well, how very interesting."
Hello? I hate to waste a question on this, but curiosity is going to get the better of me. Who are you?
So if you read the card, Corin, the
Mm-hmm.
spell. So this allows you to cast
Contact other
contact
planes.
other plane. And the
Mm-hmm.
spell states that the question is answered in one of several ways. It is not an
Mm-hmm.
open-ended
The
question.
GM answers each question with one word, such as yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear.
Right. So it's a one-word answer. And the answer to that would be a one-word answer would be
incomprehensible.
yes.
Um,
That's a good one. You would say incomprehensible.
I think that may have just made more questions than answered. Second question.
You hear
Um,
laughter.
uh, ooh.
Soul, you need some help?
Yes, I'm talking to this card. I don't ask. Trying to figure out strange voice talking to me.
Not off to a good start.
No, no. He kind of threw me for a loop here. Um,
Are you talking about yourself in third person now?
no, I'm talking about the figure in the card.
Can he still hear you, right? You're probably not helping.
Oh, almost definitely not.
Little brother,
Are they good?
you have returned.
Yeah. I'm gonna go downstairs though real soon, but we probably got to deal with this first. I really want to get into that library.
Any question?
Vora's still laying there snoring.
All right, above table, Corin, you had a week to think about this.
Yeah, I did.
And if you could explain what you're doing, perhaps the party could figure it out if you're not just saying, I'm talking to a card.
I'm trying to figure out how to ask where the Modron is that a one-word answer. And I forgot about, the one-word part of the phrase.
So what direction
I mean, you might want to start with, do you know the location of Rome? Because if it doesn't know, you're just wasting your time. And our time, frankly.
This is fair. Do you know of the Modron from Sigil named Rome? Do you know of his current whereabouts?
R04M.
You hear a sharp intake of breath and then a whispered no.
Oh.
Great. That answers that. I now am completely thrown as I now have 3 more questions. Is the tomb safe to open?
We're not desecrating this lady's sarcophagus.
He kind of, you hear a chuckle and there's a maybe.
How do you know it's that tomb? You didn't specify. It could be any tomb.
Three. Okay. 4th question.
Do you want your card back? Might be a good question. Is he coming here?
Do you know
The muffin
where?
man.
The Muffin Man?
The muffin man!
Do you know
One that
where
lives on Drury Lane?
Do you know where the other cards of this deck are?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yes.
And what direction is
Wait,
the
wait.
nearest card not in possession by any of my party members is?
Maybe.
In what direction? So, the tricky part is his answer is. I gotta look at the map. Hold on.
Southwest.
Well, that's the trick. There is no east, west, etc. where you are here in the
That
Outlands. As you guys remember, the terrain shifts and changes, and distances are relative moment by moment. But there is a term that they use here, and this entity would say away from the spire.
Hmm.
You have another question. You should ask if they're all here in the Outlands.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
would
really
use
curious if he knows who we are.
How many questions do you get? Is this an ongoing thing?
This is a 5 questions a day kind of thing.
And you wasted one on what's your name?
Yeah, I feel like that is rather an important thing to know if you're going to have a relationship with someone.
You trying to fuck this card?
We just met.
No, but I am trying to be rather friendly to this card.
Lorelai's gonna leave.
I would like
he
it
needs
to
privacy.
help.
So, but we can ask again tomorrow.
Yes.
I would like to know if this guy is good or bad. Are you
incomprehensible?
I have a feeling he won't answer that explicitly and or honestly.
Do you wish us harm?
Can I have a promise from you? Just write the questions down first.
Write the questions.
And then we'll talk about them. And then we ask.
But if we could do this every day,
we could have a backlog of questions.
I guess. I think I don't know.
This is kind of new to all of us.
I wasn't
You-
planning on finding this. I don't hate the suggestion.
You know,
Did you ask
collaboration.
5?
We're friends.
Did
He's
you
got
ask
one
5
more.
or you have one
We
more?
got one more.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
Yeah, well,
the other trick of this is, and I'm being lax because this is the first time, is the duration of the spell is a minute.
yes.
So technically,
Start that timer.
from here on out, we will do it in minute increments. But
Yes.
this is the first time. So
With the last question, I will ask: are all of the cards in this deck of many things scattered among the Outlands?
no.
That's bad.
I think that's good, actually. I think
What
I'm
if-
the only one that has any correlation to anything out here.
And as the spell ends, a soul, you kind of feel this presence taking a moment to linger and try to. You could tell that it is remembering you
Okay.
as it dissipates. And as it dissipates, Gil stops glitching, and you see. Well, go ahead, Miller. Describe what we see.
You see a figure who isn't too dissimilar to the Gil you once knew before, with a different set of striking features. This sort of white, slicked opalescent hair that's pulled back into a ponytail, a large set of robes, and a fairly tall. The figure is relatively stocky, and most impressively has what appears to be a long black tail and a set of almost, if you could think like black dragon horns from the side of the head. And they seem very wizardly with a large staff and tome at their waist as they just stand there like nothing's changed, just looking at you all, waiting.
I
And
think
immediate-
Gil died.
Lorelai screams. What are you?
Gil?
What is something the matter, friends? I don't believe anything has changed.
I know you, but I don't know you.
Fora
and I
wakes up.
know you.
Fora wakes up because Lorelai screamed.
What happened to me?
Not too dissimilar, actually.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
very dissimilar.
yes. Yeah, it's sort of.
Hmm.
Yes. But no. But yes.
Fora rubs her eyes and looks up and goes, "Oh, hi, Gil."
You know
Hello.
this one?
Yeah.
I know all of you. This has happened
all know this
before.
one.
This has happened. We've seen it happen. I'm going under the assumption that upon ourselves we understand this concept. Yes.
I nudge
Oh.
Cal and I'm like, "Remember? Do you remember Gil? Do you remember? Right? Right, Cal?"
So, wait.
I do.
You like books now? We study together. Huh.
Yeah. I'm very
That-
excited about that library.
Me
Oh,
too.
not another one.
I have a sudden inclination to break thine lock and enter it.
Me too.
This is why we've always gotten along.
We
Gil,
have always gotten along.
Yes.
Kalen walks right up to Gil's face, closes his eyes really hard, and then opens them.
I poked you in the eyes.
How?
You kind of
It didn't
deserve
work.
that. You invaded
Yeah.
his space.
Yes, soul, can I address you?
if I were to describe, say, a elven-looking man with a bow and arrow and this beautiful purple hair, does this man come to mind?
No.
Interesting.
It's just me. Always has been. as the wheel of time turns with us all.
What was I thinking? This changes everything.
What do
Wizard
you
Gil.
mean?
I mean, Lorelei, you are our eyes in the sky. But
Well,
how
kinda.
was I thinking we would have someone to infiltrate? Of course we do not.
I can turn invisible.
I rip a sheet out of
wait,
a book
I
I've
can
been
turn
writing.
invisible.
What? Of course. Hmm.
If it is of no consequence, I can also still, as I've always been able to, turn invisible.
Look at my sheet
you
of paper.
to the
Does
same
my
person?
sheet of paper that I have written on, would it have had that they can both be invisible, even though I didn't know that right now?
Are you asking if your memories that you wrote down are changed?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I simply
I was-
didn't prepare it today, is all.
Yes, I was not thinking clearly. Let me think again, and I'm going to walk away and go back to my journaling.
Well, it would appear we
Cal.
have stumbled across. Oh,
Cal, can I borrow
Yes.
your removable rod?
It is right there on the floor. Just press the button to move it.
Press the button, jump, and put it up, and I'm just gonna hang like a monkey by one arm.
Is this comfortable for you?
I'm gonna go over and sit next to Cal and just say, "Are you okay?"
I am well. I'm surprised I'm not remembering the skills of our team as well as I thought I would. Being leader is harder than I expected.
Galen's suddenly upside down.
It's okay. Everything's really very weird everywhere we've gone. It's understandable.
Yes,
So-
everything is changing. What? Vora?
Yes.
What? Are there many other versions of myself and of you? What? I cannot imagine.
I only know you.
And yet, I see them and I remember all of both of these iterations.
My head hurts. I'm gonna lay
if
back down.
I may,
Nope.
No,
Just kidding.
I see.
Swing.
Humor. How interesting. Although I have not perceived of which our exact situation derives itself from, there is an underlying theme to it all. I remember all of us traveling simply, normally. Nothing has changed aside from you. And yet, all of you are saying, I am different now.
About
It's-
30 seconds ago, you were an elf with purple hair.
Well, I am technically of elf lineage, and he pulls on his ears, but these are more prominent, and he grabs his horns. Besides the point, I'm noticing a theme. One of us seems to change, then everyone else sees it as strange, and they do not. It's happened once, now it's happening again. I think, to your point, Cal, there may be, hundreds or more of things like this happening. If only we were to figure out how it is happening.
This is probably why those guys think we broke the rules. We probably broke a lot more than the rules, it sounds like to me.
If we
Do you think
broke
we're
reality,
gods? Are we gods?
Oh, no.
Oh,
More like
criminals.
Like pissing them off, I feel like.
More like yeah, we seem more like assholes.
Oh, well, that's fitting. Lorelai's gonna pick up Radish and just hold Radish in Gil's face. Radish, do we like him?
I'm gonna pet him.
Radish sniffs, looks back at you, and says, "He's all right. I mean, he kind of nerdy."
Yeah, that's okay. Let's get away from the nerds, and I'm gonna go find the Gith woman with Radish.
Who's a nerd?
Little brother.
I have an idea. One second. I have an idea. What if, and I'm gonna center myself, swinging on this immovable rod, and I'm gonna try and perceive the memories of the other Kalen. I want to try and see if I can break that boundary by trying to remember his life based on what they described.
Breaking the interdimensional wall. Okay.
And what tactic
seventh
would
wall,
you?
if you
And
will.
what tactic would you do to try to do that?
So this is completely foreign. So I'm mostly just kind of being introspective and going through my memories, seeing if I can. I'm specifically looking for the moment that other Kalen was captured by the harmonium. I'm trying to remember what happened to that Kalen from the harmonium.
All right. So, give me a history check.
Okay.
Is this something we really want to succeed? Because I just so happen to roll my important dice.
I think
That
it's
is-
more fun if we don't.
Okay.
I was going to say that's up to you. So,
18.
so you think back and you're finding different memories, and each time the memories you kind of you go through them all. Are you specifically looking for memories from that fight?
I'm looking for the memories from that fight that I, as this Kalen, did not participate in. Like
Right.
events that seem like they're out of place.
Right. So every time you go back, you find yourself seeing things, memories from that fight that you saw, and never once do you see anything that involves you in a way that isn't you.
Okay.
So you are trying really hard to envision anything else, or like when you start to experience your own memory, you start to see if it will alter, and it never shifts, it never does.
Okay, Chief. You can write this in your journal. It seems like this version of us doesn't have access to the other versions. I wasn't able to see other Kalen. Because you told me he was captured by the harmonium, but I only remember getting through the portal first. And I bet that's the same with Gil. He doesn't remember that he stabbed that demon with his rapier and did.
I remember doing that. It's just
Wait.
I was me.
But you don't have. Do you have a rapier?
Well, I didn't do it with a rapier.
Oh yeah, you bonked it with your staff.
Yeah. I
did
think we're
you-
getting confused.
Yeah.
Let's write that
Hey,
down.
gift lady, do you have any alcohol in here?
I'm gonna say to Gil,
Quinn
but
will
this is
rummage
what you
around.
like.
This is
That-
Gil, I'm gonna say to Gil, like, but this is the kind of stuff you really like. Are you taking notes on this? Because I know that
yes. Well, what do I like?
you've been working really hard to try to figure like everything out. You're kind of obsessive about it. Are you just?
Oh, yes. The whole time.
See, he's been taking notes. Maybe his notes have something.
I'm telling you, it's been like this the whole time.
And-
Although you seem to remember something different.
Can I read your notes, Gil?
Oh, yes.
Hey, Quinn.
I'm gonna go and start reading his notes.
It's the exact same things that's been happening with y'all, except he's a tiefling the whole time.
Hey, Quinn.
Yeah.
Library.
Yeah, I think so.
So
Little
I'm gonna
brother.
backflip off the immovable rod, and I'm gonna leave it there,
Nice.
and I'm gonna walk on my hands down to the library.
Okay. So you do pass the woman. She says, "I'm afraid we do not have any alcohol beverages here." It's not.
I apologize for calling you Gith Woman. I forgot your name.
Zathir.
Zathir. I will probably forget it again, but I'll try not to.
You better try really hard.
Are you wishing to peruse the library?
Yes, please.
No,
Quinn
but
does.
Desperate. Desperately.
make that two.
She says, "Well,
I was
if
gonna
you-
go down there and fix the door.
I was just going to ask if anyone knew how to fix the door."
Oh, I don't know how.
I can fix the door.
Excellent. I would greatly appreciate that.
Oh, I can also help fix the door.
Actually, I
I
have a
don't
great
Show
idea.
hands.
And I jump up and grab the immovable rod. I'll fix it.
She says our grand scholar Laxuelu can help you find any book we have in our collection. Just simply request which topic you would like to study, and his gaze will lead you directly to which shelf the book you seek is on.
Boy, that's neat. How do you where do you get something like that? Who can do that? That's really cool. I've never seen a library like that.
I mean, he's a powerful mummy, so
Oh,
Oh.
a librarian mummy. Do you think he writes his notes upon his own raps?
I don't believe he does that.
An entertaining concept.
Little brother,
Yep.
when you go down, see if you can locate books about these topics we have simply just discussed.
Yep. Yep. I have some things I want to ask about, I think.
Some of us should try
Galen.
and figure out where Rome is.
I have a feeling he's probably.
Would you like me to send a message?
He's probably farther than that.
No,
well,
it can reach across the multiverse. It's called sending.
Oh,
I've
like
been
my
doing it
rock?
Yeah, I've been doing it this whole time without a rock. Don't you remember?
I
I can do it to anyone I want.
Yeah, well, I can do it to Vora.
I have this guttural feeling that these cards mean something.
Well, I mean, they're kind of the start of this whole problem in the first place.
So I'm of the opinion that we keep following the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, but why is the Modron chasing the cards?
Who he may not be.
Well, he
He
took
just-
apart the thing, though, right? Where we found the other cards? Like he was here looking for that. Though.
Or
Well,
he put it there.
Or he put it there.
there.
Mm.
I was about to say, if he was looking for it, then why did we find it?
Maybe he's got bad eyes.
Also, I
That
do want to take a quick second to let Miller know that Gil, each character has a card from the deck of many things that you had when you arrived here at Sigil.
What's mine?
It is in your inventory, so
Let
you
me
can
go
click on
look.
it and read it.
Wow! What a
Yours
great
has been
card.
Yours has been the only one that's worked.
You shut the fuck up. I did 77 points, that crazy
So-
wizard.
Oh, you're
Look,
right.
That is
You could
correct.
disintegrate someone.
Didn't
I
kill him though.
I
Stun
wasted
beam. Okay.
a portal going into the other room. Okay, that worked
It
perfect.
worked. It did exactly what you intended.
So
It
I
did.
should
I'm sorry.
never
My
touch this
card is the only
card.
one that doesn't work.
Never ever should I touch this card. It's bad. It's only bad.
Nuh-uh. It's been so
well,
useful lately.
When you made those 3 guards disappear.
Can I use it on other people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had somehow forgotten I could do that. Weird space magic. Yeah, I'll just start handing this card to people I don't like and suck their souls from their body.
I'll leave over to Kaylin. Do you think this Gil has dementia?
No, but I do have really good hearing.
Oh, shit.
No.
I'm gonna turn to our Gith friend and say to her in Gith, is there a way for you to teach me how to control this bastion, this castle?
Yes, are we ready to move? Do you know where you'd
Probably
like
fix
to
the
go?
door first.
Not yet. I think maybe the plan is to like sleep for the night because I think some of us are fucked up.
I feel
So you shut the hell up.
Just so
Yeah,
above the table.
I did long rest you at the end of last session, but
So we wouldn't
but,
forget.
but yes,
Yeah.
a long rest is happening in this.
Above the table, what exactly did Corin put back together again? The Modron took apart?
It is a skull that floats when put together and attuned to. It is basically it follows you around, and it identified itself as a guide to the Outlands.
I see. Okay, got it.
When it was put
A
back
little
together,
information. It's clippy.
Got it.
it's
And
clicking.
the Modron came here, took it apart, and left.
Took it apart, and inside
Not
of it,
the
you
card.
found a card that was
I-
found.
Right. But
I
but
would like-
the Modron came here, took this thing apart, and then left again.
Correct.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I would like to show Clippy the back of the card.
Okay.
Do you know where anything else like these are?
I have never seen that before in my existence.
Then why was it inside of you?
I did not put it there.
Can't just ask
I
people
don't
that.
know.
I have kidneys and I've never seen a kidney.
I
Did
can
you
show
not
you.
Have
a
to do an
kidney.
autopsy?
I'm a dancer.
I mean,
Eh,
Oh.
wow. That's fighting words.
Lorelai holds onto her card and you just see her hand just shaking.
Vora's gonna pick up the sending stone and whisper to Lorelai, "That's why we're not dating anymore. He's too honest."
Honest.
And so is Laura.
Lorelai just like starts turning the card. It's like,
I can only
shaking
use it once.
can I
Lorelai,
put them in a
Lorelai.
line?
Lorelai, listen. If it makes you feel any better, you are guaranteed a better dancer than I am.
Only a little better.
So you would see that this mimir is made of gold, silver, jade, and onyx, different parts of the skull that all fit together, that you pieced back together. There's nothing in it that would say that it would have any component like a card in it. As a matter of fact, it was the device that was stopping you from putting it together the first time.
That's right. That's right.
Was the card was in the way.
Other question. And this is Corin asking. I know that the portal keys only activate one portal each.
Correct.
A portal key cannot be attuned to two separate portals.
Correct.
So this Modron had a one-way ticket out of here, or out of Sigil, and he's not running to a different portal to use that same key.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so while everybody's like
And
fixing
just so you
doors-
know, portal keys work on a portal regardless of the side of the portal you're on.
Gotcha. Yes.
So it would work on that portal. You
Mhm.
can go back through the portal you came in and arrive underneath the three-eyed horse statue in Sigil.
Yes.
If you were to go back to the portal here in the Outlands.
Heard.
While everyone's like fixing doors and resting and doing whatever, I'd like to talk to Zathier,
Uh-huh.
and chat with her for a few moments before going to sleep.
She says, I heard you refer to your, is that your familiar?
He's my cat.
Yes.
Isn't he cute? And I hold up Radish by his little armpits.
I heard you refer to it by the name of Radish. Are radishes common where you're from?
No, not at all.
It is my favorite thing to eat.
Oh, please don't eat my cat.
I don't like cats. I like radishes.
Oh. Okay, I'll keep that in mind if
I
I
have
find
s-
any more.
I have several jars of pickled radishes in the pantry if you wish.
I don't know
If
that
you're
I've ever
hungry,
had a radish before.
they're delicious.
Huh. Can you only eat them pickled?
No, I prefer them pickled.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if you could roast them. I like warm foods.
I'm sure you could try.
We'll have to try that out. We'll make some radish dishes together. Not you, buddy.
Yeah, you better believe it.
You're probably too gamey.
Hey.
It's okay. Anyways, Zathier, we really like this tower, and I find that it being able to move is pretty useful. How fast does it move?
That's a very tricky question because distances change here pretty drastically and randomly. So it's hard to measure.
Okay. That's an interesting conundrum. How do you find things then? So like say you were to come meet us somewhere with the tower, how does that work?
Well, I could show you how this is. I think your friend wanted to know how this was operated as well. I could take you up to the Castilian and show you.
Okay, yeah, maybe when we decide to move tomorrow, that would actually be super useful. Why I ask is I think we really like it here, and that library downstairs is very impressive. I'll probably never read any of the books, just to be completely honest with you. I've got apparently 2 nerds now that can do that for me. But it is very cozy in here. It is very comfortable. And seeing as your crew is no longer around, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind having us as permanent residents of your tower. We would help fix it up, protect it while we're here, but if you could come meet us when we need to visit with you, that would be very useful.
Well, as I said, I have a debt to you all for saving me, so I am happy to facilitate your travel needs across the Outlands. I do want to be clear that it is my sect's mission to chart the Outlands and study them for their knowledge and our library, our purposes. And my people wish for this research to continue. So I would hope that once I'm able to figure out how to contact my superiors, that they might send me another crew at some point. But for now, uh, she says something in Gith, which is the equivalent of Mikasa Sukasa.
Oh. Yeah, so even when you get I have no plans on derailing your mission. I want you to travel the Outlands to your little green heart's desire.
She kind of tweaks her head at the green heart comment.
I hold up my hands.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm blue. I can say that.
I've got a green friend.
I have no plans on derailing this mission. Absolutely, please continue to explore. I think it'd be nice if, even if once you have a new crew, if we could continue to hang out here when we have the need or whatever. And we can also potentially help with kind of charting and finding cool things about the Outlands. So kind of a you scratch our back, we scratch yours type of deal. But yeah, if you're cool with it, I'd love to set up base here and be comfortable for once.
I think that our relationship could be mutually beneficial, as I am obviously alone and it's quite dangerous in these lands. So
Here, take this, and I'll take out my sending stone. It's a Rocky Talkie. You can get in contact with me.
Oh, excellent.
Technically, get in contact with Fora, but
well, I'm gonna go take the other rock back.
Especially after that dancing comment, Jesus.
Yeah, no kidding. We're meant for each other.
Caleb started it.
Well, I'm gonna finish it by turning you into bread soup.
No.
So she says the bed chambers are y'all's to use as you wish, and we can plan to head out tomorrow if you know by that point where you want to go.
I'm sure they'll figure it out, and I'll hold out my hand to shake hers.
She looks at the strange, and then you realize she's remembering the custom, and she puts her hand out and shakes.
Oh, how do you say partnership, or how do you do, or hey thanks, or make agreements on things?
She looks at you and she just goes,
okay. She'll leave and go look for radishes.
if they're not touchy people.
Good thing I went with the handshake and not the hug that I was gonna give her.
How to get stabbed 101.
Yeah, like if any of you and also if any of you had and a soul for sure, and possibly even Gil, some of your travels may have had more interactions with Gith than others. This particular individual is showing this is a very warm welcome from a Gith, yet it's still very stoic, but they are very much in debt to you all, and they are very much leaning towards almost friendly. So for some of you, it feels off-putting, but for some of you, wow, this person really likes us,
Yeah, I guess Quinn remembers living in the Astral Sea with Gil for a little while.
Right. So you would recognize that. Right. Or both Gils.
Right, yeah.
Right.
It's hazy. It's hazy, but I know that I lived in the Astral Sea with Gil at some point.
Right.
It was a weird time.
as everyone's coming down the stairs to the library, Galen's down there. He's holding one of the doors up and like panicking because the other one is just laying on the ground. And he's like, "I need help."
I'm coming. I would like to use my channel divinity to get proficiency in carpentry tools.
Oh, I was just gonna use
Do you
mending a whole
have-
bunch of times.
Do you have carpentry tools?
No, but I know what I'm looking for now.
Gotcha. Fair enough. So I get this. So you're giving yourself proficiency in carpentry tools, so you can find things that work like carpentry tools.
Exactly.
To then to fix the door. I dig it.
Yep. May not have the tool, but damn it, I know what I can use to replace it.
Right.
That plus my powerful build, I will just take both doors away from Kalen, and then I will have Kalen be my gopher, and I will start pointing at what I need.
He's a rabbit, not a gopher. That's racist.
Sorry, it's something about my channel divinity. It makes me start speaking in the slang of the profession. You mustn't understand.
I didn't know carpenters were so racist.
They are.
Surprising amount.
So when I use the term gopher, what I'm actually meaning is like, hey, can you go for this? Can you go for that? We shorten it to go for, as yes, as his sole purpose right now is to just help me.
That sounds like bullshit.
I sit down.
Both instances of cleverly disguised wordplay. Go for and bullshit.
I hate you.
I hold up a rock to him. Here you go.
I will sort
Thank
of
you.
delicately slide past this door fixing operation and finally enter the library.
Awesome.
I will not so delicately barge right past with.
Excellent. So you guys are enjoying perusing this library. You know that from your initial examination of this, that the function of this library is about study of the esoteric philosophies of the outer planes and multiversal theories. So you can start to read up on all this kind of stuff, and if you spend some time,
Oh,
you start to realize that you guys are experiencing glitches between differing realities.
Our original theories were correct, it would seem.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel better, but yeah, we were right. That's definitely true. We're like surrounded by piles of books and stacks.
Yeah,
And
check
feels
chapter
like
17, citation 5.
Right, and it feels like this is something we've done many times before, and which is also a little unsettling for Quinn. This is both the first time we are doing this and feels like it has never changed.
Correct.
Yeah, and so yeah, I'm just kind of like looking and like carry the one. It's like, so we're both right, sort of.
And you would also have
we're
memory.
both wrong, sort of.
You would also have memories of doing the same kind of thing with other guild, who also would have been interested in studying these kind of things.
Right.
So.
I hate everything going on in this room.
Yeah.
Listen,
Or I'd be like in the corner flicking like little paper footballs at them.
the intricacies of multi-dimensional theory really
Rock.
do fall upon the ill ears of those that continually try to fathom them. Although it is a very interesting subject, and I'm glad to have a partner in this research, otherwise I would not be able to.
Gil, this is great, but I only can work on this door for about 10 minutes. Can I please have Kalen for those 10 minutes?
Of course.
Thank you. Kalen, I need you to go get all of the knives in this building.
Okay.
Kitchen utensils.
Quinn like piles the books taller so he can't see the door anymore. Like,
Vora just walks underneath and puts her hand on the door and casts mending.
I also have mending and did not think of that.
While we are in this library, I would like to cast Detect Magic ritually, just to see if there are any books that are magical. Or scrolls or anything of that sort. Because, I mean, when in this giant library, why not?
So none of the tomes or scrolls are of magical in nature here, but you do find magic on one of the candles that is over by there's an alcove with braziers, a threadbare mat, looks like a meditation section, and one of the candles has a magical aura. The other magical aura is blindingly powerful, and it's the mummy in the
mummy.
sarcophagus.
Yeah, the greater mummy.
Well, I would
I
speak
will-
on the candle, but that's much brighter.
I will sort of just very hesitantly. So, like, go over to the mummy because all of this is kind of like I've just been really having fun exploring the library. So I'll kind of go over to the mummy and, Mr. Mummy, sir, this is a library about the Outlands. Can you find me all the books or maps on everything that is away from the tower from here? In the direction in the direction specified by I'm looking for essentially any information that has been gathered about landmarks that used to be or have recently existed in the direction that the next card is, right? The voice said that the next card was away from the tower from us. Right? So relative to us, do we have any information on what is over there?
Right. So directly away from the spire. Got it.
Yeah. Anti-spire words from us, right?
So you are set to a section of shelf that it talks about the gate town known as Automata. Sorry. It is the gate town. It is the gate town, and you flip open a book and you realize that this gate town is the connection point to the plane of Mechanus.
And if the Modron has the other cards, and the voice said that the other cards aren't on this plane, I think we need to go to Mechanus.
Well, if it was with a Modron, Mechanus feels like the next best choice.
What skill would you say juggling falls under?
Performance, probably.
Performance.
All right. So Kalen comes down, juggling every knife in the building.
It's performance, but I would say that juggling is dexterity-based performance as opposed to charisma-based performance.
Okay. So with a 25, he is juggling every utensil from the tower as he walks down the steps. Which one do you want?
You see, a soul is kind of just like at this point, helping sort through the books as Vora has mended it all. It's fixed.
He just stops and lets them all clatter to the floor.
I guess
You're cleaning this up. Off up the stairs.
That was really cool, though.
It was impressive.
Pushing the twin beds together. Slam.
Calistric is upstairs alone until Kalen comes up. Is Kalen available to talk about something, or are you just stomping off and slamming the bedroom door?
Oh, he's fine. He's a showman.
My friend, do you have a moment? It is difficult to get my thoughts out with so many things happening around me. Can you
Of
help me
course, my
think this
liege.
through?
And I point to the chairs.
Please, this is not my title. I was thinking, and I sit down next to him and flop down my little notebook that I use. We all have so many skills. To be leader, to make plans for every situation that might arise, I need to know everyone's skills. But it is interesting. I remember not remembering some of the things that I now know. This is difficult. If so, this is what I have in mind. Yes, your previous self was a master swordsman and stood
Cool.
toe to toe with me on the front lines as a meat shield and a damage dealer. Now
Like
I
the
will
term meat
stand
shield.
alone.
Oh no, I was right there with you. We tussled. Yeah,
That
you don't
was,
remember us fighting, and we spar, and we have fun. It's all
of
a
course, I
game.
clearly, and I remember the swords though, but no, his feet and hand play, and this is what I mean. This is difficult when things change so frequently.
Is this
Well,
because I called you the leader?
yes, because you were the plan maker, the leader. You were my teacher and my mentor and my friend who guided us through so many difficult situations.
So when I said leader, I meant that literally.
Yes.
You're always up front.
Ah,
N-
as in taking the lead.
Yeah, you led us places because you're, grr, and you can take a
So
hit,
I
and
don't
we
need
kind of,
to.
you and I, we would come up with plans together. Um, and that's the whole mentorship that relationship that we had was. It was kind of a mutual thing, and uh, I'm I'm more of a B type.
This takes the weight off of my shoulders to a degree. Listen, did we ask the skull if R04M asked it questions? Because if it did, I believe those questions may be very leading for us.
That's actually a really good idea. I didn't think we asked that. You should No, you should not go down there right now.
I
It
am
is
not, this
terrifying.
is not my milieu to deal with everyone at once in conversation.
No one down there is happy.
I
It
will
is
sleep.
I beg to
devoid
differ.
of joy.
Quinn
Do you
is
mind if I separate these
ecstatic.
beds so I can lie on one?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna make a joke with Vora with when the beds were pushed together, but you guys are actually closer. Are do you are you interested? Because I can back off.
In Vora as a partner,
Yeah,
I
I can wingman for you.
Have not considered this. She is. I do not think she would enjoy that type of relationship. She is more sister. Do you know what scares
No.
me more than anything? If Vora.
Bunnies?
No. Jokes. I am trying to be serious. If Vora would come back as someone I do not recognize, I would not be handling this so well.
I understand.
Anyway, I will sleep. I just lay down and try to instantly go to sleep.
Al, this is not how conversations work. Close the door.
Am I? I am sorry, my friend. Am I dick again?
A little bit.
Okay. Hold, please. I should say good evening and thank you
Yep.
for something.
It was good talking to you. If you ever
Yes.
need someone to talk to, that's what we are. We're pretty much best friends, but because we're so different. You're like the pepper, and I'm like interesting.
The cinnamon?
Sure.
Okay, cinnamon. Good night, my friend. I will talk to you more times in the future.
Sure. Close the door. Ah, it is exhausting being everything to these people.
Nice.
What was her name again? Zephyr Hills.
Zathir.
Here. Yes.
Told you I'd forget. I have a question.
Sure.
And I know you've been you were, I guess captured is the wrong word, imprisoned. Um w- when those guys showed up, did they hurt you?
I am uninjured. They did not attack me. I threw my hands up and surrendered.
Good. I understand that there could be a lot of emotional complications because you just lost a lot of friends, and I understand how that feels. Um, but I want you to know that um, these people are really good people, and I've been with them for a very long time, I think, and I just want you to know that um, if you were to hurt them in any way, um, I'm pretty sure whatever those demons would have done to you, I will do much, much worse. Do not hurt them, please. I'm
have
very rarely this serious, but I, if I lost any of them, I would be devastated. And I know that I always seem joyful and happy. I don't want to be devastated.
She says, I hope my excitement over being saved has not made you think I am aggressive in any way.
It's not that. It's you've been pleasant. You've been absolutely wonderful. However, do you know how a Venus flytrap hunts?
I am not a scholar of plant life.
There's a lot of them in the Feywild. They're very beautiful flowers, very beautiful plants. And the reason that they're very beautiful plants, and you are very beautiful, it's to attract pollinators and flies and bees. And when they get close, the Venus flytrap snaps shut and kills them.
I have
Something to think
no
about.
intention of hurting you or your friends.
Good, then we're all good.
Yes.
I'd like to
It's
make an
just-
insight check, please.
Please go ahead.
Only because nobody questioned it.
Yep.
Well,
She looks very confused by this line of discussion, but is trying to do her level best to assure you that she means no harm. However, there's some hesitancy because she knows that she's having trouble reading you all because you're foreign, so she's kind of doesn't know how to. She thinks she knows how to say the right things, but she's not. It's a very hesitant demeanor that she has right now, but it is not duplicitous.
well, I didn't mean to complicate things. We just met you, and there were demons here, and who knows, maybe you could have been a demon in disguise, and when we're asleep, you're going to suck our souls out or something. It's a possibility. This place is weird.
It is very weird. There is a lot of strange goings on in these realms, so your caution is warranted.
Also, if you wanted to eat something, all of your utensils are downstairs. Good night.
She just shakes her head.
Yeah, weird things, not the least of which are these 7 fucking whack jobs who have appeared out of nowhere and taken over her home.
Excuse me, I've been very, very nice to her.
So is
Okay,
there
6.
back downstairs with the detect magic spell that went off? You found the candle that had a magical aura, and of course the giant mummified glass sarcophagus.
To do something in all that time just for fun, I will have cast Ritually Identify on both of them, just because I can.
So there is oodles and oodles and oodles of spell effects on the sarcophagus that tells you opening it would be a really bad idea. The candle, however, is a candle of invocation with a aligned to neutral good.
What does it do?
So a candle of invocation is a slender candle, looks like this. I'll share an image with you all. Slender taper is dedicated to a deity and shares that deity's alignment. It doesn't say which deity it is, so you don't know what deity it is, but you do know that it's a neutral good.
Which god of knowledge deity, probably.
Probably.
Yes.
Probably. DM chooses the god, etc., etc. The candle's magic is activated when the candle is lit, which requires an action. It burns for a total of 1 hour, and then the candle is destroyed. You can snuff it out early for use at a later time. Deduct the time is burned in increments of 1 minute from the candle's total burn time. While it's lit, it sheds dim light in a 30-foot radius. Creatures within that light whose alignment matches that of the candle makes attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks with advantage. In addition, a cleric or druid in the light whose alignment matches the candle can cast first-level spells he or she has prepared without expending a spell slot, so the spell's effect is as if cast with a first-level slot. Alternatively, when you light the candle for the first time, you can cast the gate spell with it. Doing so destroys the candle.
So,
yes.
I seem to have found something that may pique thine interest.
Well, What is it?
This thing, if you may hold it, here you go, will, if you wish, remind me of thine spirited nature. Art thou of a neutrally good variety?
Yes.
This is
Flavor
a
is your
good
morality.
candle for you. You like portals, correct?
Yes, that's actually all I have studied.
Yes, I remember. That candle can make one for you specifically. Once, it can cast the gate spell, if you are familiar, of course.
Yes, I am actually rather familiar. That is actually spectacular.
Oh, yes.
It is in the party sheet.
From like behind the stacks of books and everything like that, you hear a very small voice go, "Yep, you might want to ask the person who lives here though before you just start like taking candles."
I had that exact
It's a good
same
point.
thought.
Sorry, I seem to have forgotten mine own presence in someone else's home.
I know that most of the time when we finish up in a place, everybody's dead, but this time we're actually in somebody's house.
Living people
And they're
present.
still here.
Yes. Excuse me, I cast Thaumaturgy and make my voice 3 times louder.
I'm trying to sleep.
Sorry! Do thy mind if we partake in thine candles? One in particular.
I cast message from my bed, my pillow, and I target Gil and I say, if you don't shut up, all of those knives are going in you.
I cast message
I'm trying to
back,
sleep.
and I say, my apologies, friend. I will try to keep the volume lower. And I'm going to randomly shoot messages until I hit our host and ask if we can keep the candle.
She says,
Girl, you up?
She said, she says, yes, you may keep the candle. It is, if it is useful for you, please.
Yeah, drunken yo you up messages have to be probably the worst thing in all of the multiverse.
Right.
And they're consistent on every plane too.
Well, you can keep the candle. Good news.
Well, that is amazing.
Yes. Stow it upon thy possessions. Use it to study. Do as you will. If you burn it, it's beneficial. If you cast gate with it, it's beneficial. Good stuff.
I have a gift I can give to you, since you so see fit to give this to me. And I pull out a scroll. This seems a lot more useful to you than it would be to me at this given moment.
This scroll of animate dead?
Scolepathy!
Well, no, he's just reading it. Quinn. He's holding it.
Oh. Hey, Mr. Mummy, do you have any books on scolepathy?
The eyes do not change. They're just staring straight up. So that would be a no.
Well, I appreciate this. I'll be taking it. Oh, could I copy this into my book?
That is why I gave it to you, friend.
It's a good thing. Thank you. I didn't even think about that. Thy graciousness knows no bounds.
Well, I think we can call it an even exchange. How about that?
This is hardly even. You can use that a little bit. I can use this forever. It was truly thy blunder, but it is a kind one.
Well, unfortunately, I do not possess the abilities to put that into a book in which I can.
Yes,
willy-nilly.
I remember it is what's caused many a quarrel.
Not to be a Debbie Downer, but like, necromancy's a little weird, though, right? Like, it's a little weird.
It all depends on one's perspective. To revisit thine long-forgotten bodies. Think of it like this. A body is a vessel for the spirit, mind, and soul. Once all things have moved on, then it is just bones and flesh. So, to reuse them for a purpose once more grants them thine purpose again.
What? So I'm trying to remember. It's a little hard. So you've been to Kryn with me, though, right? Like, I mean, we've been traveling. When we were there, how many moons did you see? Was it 2 or was it 3?
I really can't say.
Above the table, there are 3 moons that represent the 3 kinds of sorcery: white magic, red magic, neutral magic, and then Nutari, which is the evil sorcery, and it's more like necromancy. And so black-robed wizards are generally dabble in necromancy. Only black-robed wizards who are sometimes evil aligned, but can be neutral aligned, mostly evil aligned, are the only ones that can see the black moon. Like, I can't see it. But if you're dabbling in necromancy, that my little eyebrow is raised.
I could see an amount of moons.
Huh. Okay. Good.
It is of no
Good.
issue. You are all my companions.
Mhm.
A spell is a spell. How you use it is what matters.
I was going to use it in the tomb, so that's probably better I gave it to him.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess I don't know, this mummy's pretty helpful, I guess.
Are you aware of it? And I will pat a soul, and I will say, most revivifying magics are, I believe, necrotic in nature.
Well, technically, yes. I view it as more of a preventional type of necromancy rather than a post-mortem type of necromancy.
But you see, these technicalities, these presences upon thy contradictions, are what define these spaces between these magics and the opinions of them. To use and weave each element to the way that you see fit and just,
Vora,
especially for the greater.
Vora's gonna walk in and interrupt and say, "You're doing it again."
Oh, my apologies.
I do also have a sneaking suspicion we should probably go to bed soon.
Yeah, we've got a long journey to Automata tomorrow.
Is that where we're going?
Yes.
I think so. That's the when I looked, it's the next landmark that is away from the tower from us, which is where you said we needed to go. And we're also chasing a Modron, and Automata is where you can go to Mechanus. And also the voice said that the other cards weren't here on this plane. So there might be one if in there sort of leading us on like breadcrumbs. So I mean, unless anybody else has a better idea, I that's what I thought.
I personally do not have any better ideas. I kind of actually am with you on this.
Cool. I will just I mean, I didn't want to just like tell them where to go, so we can talk about it in the morning when everybody else is up. We'll make a plan from there. Maybe somebody else has an idea too.
Good to discuss with level-headed minds.
Well-rested,
so
level-headed minds.
I was going to say, so that's already done. I think we've discussed it with all the level-headed folks here.
Fair enough.
I resent that.
You're not here.
I resemble that.
All the positive intelligence characters are in one
Hey!
room.
Vora's gonna walk upstairs and see Cal on the floor, and is gonna just lay down near Cal, like kind of not next to, but right next to Cal, and try to go to sleep.
Kalen is in the master bedroom, just starfish.
Are we sharing bedrooms? How is this working?
I'm fine and content to share with anyone. Would anyone like to hold a thing of incense for me while I summon something that I appear to have forgotten along the way? It might take an hour or so if one of you is willing to aid me.
Better not be a fucking dog. This is gonna be a fucking
Noise and wake me up
problem.
again.
Quinn will just sort of like he's already gone again. He's like back in the
Mhm.
books, like completely. He'll just kind of absentmindedly hold out a hand.
I just stick a little thing of incense in there.
A little thing, it's 50 gold worth, my
It's
guy.
really fucking good incense.
I will keep you company, but during this hour, I'm going to attune to the Candle of Invocation, being my third and final attunement slot as of
Whoa,
right now.
You had the Mimir.
Oh,
You have 2 cards and the Mimir, so
Hey,
you'd
I'll
have to leave
take-
one up.
I'll take something from you if you want.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be you. You were just the
That's
one that put
okay.
it back together.
I will offer up the Mimir to anyone in the party who wants it. I forgot that required attunement.
I'll take it.
Perfect. Both cards require attunement, correct?
Correct.
All cards do.
Correct.
Out of curiosity, before I unattune from the Mimir,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try to unattune from my puzzle card, which is my original card.
You totally can unattune to it.
Oh.
I'm then going to leave it in the other room and walk away.
Okay.
And I'm going to wait. Do I feel it come back to me?
Give me a perception check.
Is this
your card?
scent-based?
Scent-based?
It's not scent based.
Is it a scratch and sniff sticker card?
Mine smells like cherries.
I had to be using something to wipe, okay? No one's taught me about toilet paper.
You had a
Mine
whole book.
smells like vomit.
I gave you a book.
With a
I haven't
22,
gotten that
yeah,
far.
you totally feel it go back into your vest pocket or wherever it was you were keeping
Gotcha.
it or whatever. You feel
Okay.
it pop right back in.
But I'm not attuned to it.
Correct.
I will reattune to that, attune to the candle, and give up the Mimir.
And you remember you were not attuned to the card when you first found it on your
That's
person.
right. Okay, yeah.
You all had to choose to attune to it. So attuning to it isn't
Mm-hmm.
a
Prerequisite for it
did
to.
we lose Justin?
He's coming
He's
back.
back. He's coming back. So that doesn't change your ability to
Heard.
have it. So, welcome back.
During this period of time where everybody's like researching or sleeping or doing whatever, Lorelei's fucking pissed at everyone making fun of her and like saying that she's a bad dancer. So she's sat.
I said no. Point of order. I said no such thing. I was not
If
involved.
one person said she's a bad dancer, everyone said she's a bad dancer. That
Point
is
of
the
order
way.
did not say you're a bad dancer. Just said I was better.
That is not how she took it at all. So it doesn't matter what you said. She didn't take it that way.
It's impact, not intent.
So she's sat Radish in the corner of the room and said, "Okay, I'm gonna dance, and you're gonna tell me what's wrong with it." And so
Whoa! Why am I involved in this here? I had nothing to do with this.
But because you love me,
Well, yeah.
so you gotta help. Is it so bad you don't even want to watch?
No. Oh, No.
She's got these big fat alligator tears in her eyes.
Oh man, I gotta say, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but if that hairy little rabbit guy can say something and make you all like this, maybe there's something bigger going on. I'm just saying.
I'll put you in the pocket dimension. You shut your mouth.
You always put me in the pocket dimension.
Where I live.
That's not a threat no more.
I won't feed you.
Do it.
Now that's cold.
Just sit here and watch me dance.
Okay. I'm happy to watch you dance, and I'm happy to give you pointers if I know any, but it's not my forte.
She just starts dancing. And like while she's dancing, she's got like these big tears in her eyes because she's really mad, and she just thinks about like these memories and feelings kind of rush back of her dancing in these thick seaweed farms, and her parents, or kind of what she believes is her parents, coming out into these farms and scolding her for dancing and wasting time rather than harvesting the seaweed like she's supposed to be doing. And how angry she felt at them not believing in her being able to be the best dancer that she could be. And so she spends a significant portion of the night dancing, but will try to go to sleep in time to catch a full 8.
So as you're doing this dancing, go ahead and give me a performance check.
Oof. Oh boy.
Don't mess it
Don't
up.
fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Could I also
Dance
be
check,
coming into the
dance
room
check.
having finished my spell at this time?
Sure. And
Okay.
while also
I rolled an 18.
for that roll, Radish will use his burst of ingenuity
I'm
and
also
give
going to portent it to be a 20.
and give you a +2 because that's one of Radish's abilities.
Oh, okay. And if he's gonna portent it, then it'll be a 28.
Right. So with the +2 from Radish is 28.
Yes. Yep.
Right. So you dance and you definitely feel like what you just performed was one of your best works, and you definitely feel like you are at least on par with the Herringon, if not possibly even a hair better.
A hair better?
Yeah, exactly.
We went there.
I did because I can.
It's very
I'm
well
gonna
performed.
go find my bed with the other loudest snorer in the party, and trying not to wake Calistrict up. Slam down into my bed, and
So graceful.
yeah, it's not built for me.
It's just I'll whip around. Oh, sorry, Gil. She'll like wipe some of the tears away. Didn't even realize you were there.
I wanted to stay and watch the performance as quietly as I could.
I appreciate it. Do you think it was okay?
Oh, it was truly the spectacle. It was brilliant. And you see, as he says that, there's this very small blue bird that sort of flies and lands on one of his horns.
Lorelai will just like quickly look at Radish, like, don't give any fucking ideas.
Can I eat it?
No,
What if I catch it?
don't catch it.
I want to catch it.
Don't catch it. Pocket dimension. I don't have to summon you, buddy. I can find another one.
Oh,
Ooh.
Talk about alligator tears well enough.
Oh, she'll like scoop him up and like hold him like a baby. You're just kidding. Don't eat
This
the
is-
bird.
Is this still a part of the dance? I'm not.
No. He just wants to eat your bird?
Oh,
Is that your bird?
yes, this is Elpis. You remember Elpis. She's my familiar.
I do remember. You've tried to eat her before, you little shit.
Yes, it's been a
I
running
know.
gag.
I kind of like flick him gently on the nose. Quit doing that.
Elpis truly doesn't mind. She sees it as a playful gesture, especially since she knows she can never be caught by that.
He's probably eaten her dozens of times.
And he just summons her back, and it's just internal drama for the rest of her life.
And your familiar is never satisfied when it happens because it's not actually consuming anything.
Right. It just goes to the pocket dimension and comes back.
Right.
Sylvester and Tweety.
Exactly.
Well, I do think you are performing expertly. I, however, have been reading for the past 4 hours. I'm going to go fall asleep in whichever bed or floor space is available.
So was anybody going to before full rest, was anybody attuning to the Mimir that a soul
I didn't know about
to?
it, so no.
Bora's been snoring. She has no idea.
I think Gil grabbed the Mimir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know that he's attuned to it, but Gil has it.
If anyone wants it, say you want it and I'll give it to you, but if not, I'll attune to it.
Okay. So when you attune to it, it will immediately start floating near you, and it immediately says, "Hello, I am your guide to the Outlands. How may I be of assistance?"
I guess we'll see. I'm just gonna...
Okay. And a full night's rest happens for everybody.
When you all come downstairs, you wonder where Quinn is, and you find him curled up underneath the chair where he was working with like a book like on his face, like
drool on a page,
stuff scattered all around. Yeah, he's just he's like asleep under the table.
Calistrix, you wake up to a very different sight. As you don't see a soul laying in his bed, but you see him hanging upside down, looking like all of the blood in his body and the color in his body had left his body.
Why me? Why do I have to see that?
Because you're roommates, pal.
Okay.
And they were roommates.
So I'll wake up early and gently cup Vora, whose head is on my arm, and scoot out from underneath. Because somehow we wind up like that sometimes. And I'll wake up and I'll see this sight. A soul is floating upside down.
You see his legs are actually on the ceiling.
So he's standing upside down.
Yes.
What do you mean
And
his legs are on the ceiling? Is he separated from his legs?
Is
No.
back.
What? Be clear. I don't know what you're talking
He's
about.
basically basically he is standing on the ceiling, and you see his trunk like laying and almost coiled up on the floor.
So he's stretched from floor to ceiling upside down.
And he is a like ghost white look, no color in his body.
Would I have ever seen anything like this before?
So as you see this, you remember seeing him very similarly to this. This is a version of him. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Did you die in your sleep? You have a heart attack?
Nobody said anything about having to die to switch places.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh. All
Vampire
right.
elephant.
All right, so we will take a quick break, refill our drinks, take a bathroom break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so.
Alrighty. You're out.
Hey everybody, we are back from our break with our Twist of Fate campaign. Continuing on after a night of rest in the strange Githyanki fortress. The morning has arrived with a discovery of a new version of a soul.
Everybody's
For
gonna
fuck's
hear me
sake.
scream.
Oh. I'll go
Did
back
you-
to sleep.
Did you hear that? No, I will kind of like push him. Did you hear that?
Sorry, I'm blurry.
Oh,
Literally.
I'm just waking up.
Lorela just rubs her eyes like, wow, did you just blink out of
Gil is
existence? That was crazy.
Everybody different this morning.
Oh, let's go take a look, and I'll just
Yes,
like
of course,
drag
hold
his
on.
blurry ass
Ugh.
there.
I'm still rendering into existence.
I've already box texted myself into being asleep downstairs, so I hear none of this.
Friends, you screamed. I don't want to open the door, for I fear you could be nude and in the middle of some form of act, so I wish not to open the door without express permission.
No, we're opening the door. That didn't sound like the screams of pleasure.
Okay,
And
we're
if it
opening
is,
the
you're
door.
doing something wrong.
Or very right.
Don't
No.
Walk out of the room.
don't yuck their yum.
We like all peek in Scooby-Doo head, Scott.
Right.
I'm still
you
on the
all-
floor. I'm still on the floor, like leaning back, and
And you all see this new incarnation of a soul, which is both terrifying and familiar to your memories.
Just as scary as I remember?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I
You
hold
see
up
a
Radish.
soul-
Do
a
we
soul-
like it?
without moving, you don't even see his chest move. He just opens his eyes, and they're this black face with these sharp red pupils. And he just kind of looks at you all in the doorway. Yes?
You're
We heard a scream.
yeah, it was me. That was me.
So, this is what it was like for all of you then.
uh-huh.
For it is familiar, yet somehow different. Interesting.
Very strange.
Gonna write that down.
What is? What
I
happened?
saw you're in new underwear.
Do you remember how to poop?
Yes. I'm not an animal. Why would you disrespect me like that?
Well,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
Do you not
back.
see,
I'm gonna back crab walk on my. I'm sitting backwards, and I'm gonna kind of toward the door, like
just gonna-
elbow it open.
swap
So
places with you and walk up to a soul.
A soul, you see, he starts walking on the ceiling onto the walls and then meets you standing in front of you. And you see him now taking in for the first time. He is wearing this full plate black steel armor with this red, almost blood veins coursing through the crevices of the armor.
That's new.
Does
Let's
this
say
mean I
soul's
don't?
goth.
Ooh.
Hey, I don't want to sound crass, but I do think you're a little more attractive than you were before. Just a smidge.
Well,
Big
thank
trunk
you.
goth girlfriend.
So, do you remember yesterday when we were discussing the disappearance of supposedly myself and the rabbit?
Yes, this is all
I have a
common
name.
knowledge by now.
I'm aware.
Rabbit.
It would appear something similar has happened once again, which is genuinely intriguing.
Hold
Let me
on.
guess. Is it to me
I'm
this
not
time?
a rabbit.
Hair? Bunny?
Rodent?
Paragon.
Hair and gone. Of course.
It's a species. That's just so rude.
My apologies. I just didn't see.
I actually don't care. Bye.
Oh, hello.
Drink water, love hard, fight Harriganism.
Well, I would question you about everything and how you've changed, except I already know. So, let's go make breakfast.
Nobody
I would
picked up
agree.
the fork.
You said you would pick up the forks.
No, I said you. Did I say pick
Yes. Now you've all learned how to gaslight each other.
Memory is a troubling thing
Last-
as of recent.
Kaylin, last night you were trying to fix the door with a rocket and knives, and I walked up and mended the door.
No, that was
Do you not
me.
No, it was him.
No, it was
Yeah,
me.
It was him.
I mended the door.
You
They
all
both
have,
did.
you all have memories of both of them doing it, but not simultaneously.
This is really weird.
My brain hurts. This is such a pain in the ass. Do you still carry me around?
Yes, actually.
Fabulous. That's all I care about. And you not killing me. Those are sharp.
Oh, yes. That's why I pick you up like this. And you see he takes his trunk straight under your legs, resting it on your stomach, and literally, like, just throws you up onto his head.
Whee! That's
What kind
horrifying,
of weapon
but
do you
actually
have
fun.
now?
You see he still has the same tiara, except now it is black, and the, like, little gemstones that you once saw are now raven skulls.
Ooh.
Uh,
God.
and and you see he has this giant tower shield that is shaped like a sarcophagus.
I must
Callie
say,
just takes his notes and throws them away.
this changes a few things. Kind of, but not really. Intriguing.
What would this change? I've always been your protector.
That's the fascinating thing. This changes nothing in every way. I'm so not confused. It baffles me. Well,
Galen comes back up holding a handful of utensils. I'm gonna have
They're
to
all-
watch these, aren't I?
Yes. Actually, Vora, or not Vora. I'm not Vora. Lorelai will just like kind of swing her arm from on top of Aesel's shoulder and cast prestidigitation on all the forks and knives. Squeaky clean.
Lay them
It
on
is
the
very
table.
useful.
I think you all should probably go eat.
Ooh, what do you eat?
I don't think we want to know.
You know what I eat.
but I
You
believe
already
we
know.
already know. Yes.
Think really hard about it.
Mainly raw meat.
I hold
That's no
Radish
that's no
a little
food for an
closer.
elephant.
He's very gamey.
Well, he's also my friend, and I just take my paw, hand, trunk, or whatever, and just like basically put it on his head.
But
Zafira?
Pat, pat, pat.
Zathir.
Zathir?
Yes.
Can you drive this to Acadia?
Where?
I don't think that's the right place. Matania.
No,
I'm not good with names.
Nope.
Speaking of
Can-
names,
I wasn't there. I don't know where we're going. I just know we need to drive.
something I just thought of. Is your name? No, I know your name. It's still a soul, but different, correct?
well,
But
yes,
it's the same, is it? Von a soul?
correct.
But
It's
it was
Von Aesol, but yes.
a soul. And I've always been Gileatia, yes?
No.
He
Yes.
This version has, but
Well-
there's other.
Kinda.
If we were doing formal introductions, yes, but
Ooh.
as we are all friends, you all still call me Aesol, and I still call you Gil.
Yes.
Can I? Okay, so now there are handfuls of these multiversal weirdos amok. Can I think really hard about what other Loreleis there could be out there?
You absolutely could, but
She'll
you
try
don't
and-
come up with any concrete ones that actually exist to you. They're all hypotheticals.
Huh.
But as you're thinking of these things, you're now starting to have memories with this version of Gil and the old version of Kaelin. And this new version of the soul. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
It's like
You're-
overlapping.
So it wasn't
You
like a
have lots
static
of-
group.
correct. It's not like there's a
Oh.
period of time where any of your memories are locked into one of these versions.
If you think about it in an odd way, have you ever heard of the concept of the magical weave and or something based on theories of the string? It's like instead of branching pathways ahead of us, they are also behind us, separate yet connected at the current point. And only in our present do they stretch in a straight line, but behind and in front of us, they expand. I hate
Kalen
that.
is standing right behind Gil with one of the knives and just
Oblivious.
Yeah, Lorelai will just lean down and whisper into Acel's ear. I don't understand a fucking thing that guy says ever. He's really nice, but also what the fuck?
When you get me right.
Anyway,
Oh wait,
we
he's
need to
not-
find Rome.
Yes, that is our plan. We were supposed to be learning how to drive this thing, correct, Lorelai?
Yeah,
Calistrix
yeah.
actually had a really good idea. Who has the floating skull?
It's you, Miller.
The Momir? Mimir?
Yes. And you
Yes, it's
attuned,
Flippy?
you attuned to it, yeah.
We should ask Clippy. Calistrix, you said what? I was half asleep.
Did R04M ask Mimir any questions, and what were they?
I repeat that question.
So the Mimir says, to my knowledge, the Modron, colloquially known as Rome, never attuned to me.
Bummer.
That's a good thought.
I have another question.
I am your guide to the Outlands. What is your question?
Brilliant. Wow. If having interacted thine self with Rome, do you think he is a pretty chill guy? Of your own personal opinion, of course.
I am an expert in the Outlands and their geography, denizens, and geographical formations. I am not an expert in personalities.
I believe a simple no would have sufficed, but...
Neither is this guy.
Does your new friend answer questions from anyone or only you?
I don't know. Why don't we give it
Oh.
a try? Here, you say a question.
Will you answer my questions?
If I have an answer, I will give it.
Oh hell yeah. Okay.
Two remaining.
You said you know you said you know about the denizens of the Outlands, right?
Yes.
Who are the most aggressive and non-welcoming denizens of the Outlands? And where in relation to the Spire do they reside?
Good question.
Currently in a walking fortress. Right outside the spire.
Coordinates are
The worst
0,
criminals
0,
in the
0.
Outlands can be found at
127.0.0.1.
He says, well,
the
there
call is
are
coming from inside the house.
there are natural denizens that exist in these regions. However, people travel through the Outlands at any given time, and since my data is historical in nature and not necessarily current, I could not give you an accurate answer to who might be the most dangerous currently in the Outlands. As far as natural denizens go, and he just goes and spews information.
Oh, that's a lot of denizens.
I'm writing everything down.
And he
Still
says,
learn how to pilot this thing while it's still talking.
and he says, there are 16 gate towns in the Outlands.
Could you tell us about this automata?
File not found.
Ooh.
Then what good are you little box, little.
Oh, does it
skull.
only ask 5 questions?
I thought it did.
Oh.
No, that's a different
Oh,
thing.
that's the other thing. Okay.
Mhm.
Then keep going. I'm new here, but I'm also not.
What happened
Name
to your?
all 16 gate towns.
Excellent. All 16 gate towns in alphabetical order in the common tongue. File not found.
Oh.
Bedlam. File not found. Ecstasy. File not found.
Fire.
File not found.
Ooh.
Fortitude.
Oh.
File not found.
No.
Hopeless. Plague mort. Ribcage. File not found. File not found. Torch. Tradegate. And Zalos.
I
7
hate
file
that.
not
He took
found.
7 towns?
Mm.
Out of the document. 7, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay,
Hey,
that's what I was counting.
Clippy. When you say file not found, how were because you were taken apart, how do you store the things that you know? Are they on like floppy disks?
My data is in my memory banks.
Where are your memory banks?
8-track.
File not found.
In the cloud.
No. No. He said, they reside inside my skull.
Oh.
Are they removable?
I do not know the answer to that query.
I think that Robit might have cracked open Clippy and taken 7 memories.
Yes, I think that is an astute observation of thy own.
See, I don't have to be super smart. I just gotta put 2 and 2 together, and that equals 5.
Damn straight, says the cat.
She just daps him up. Little fist bump.
Bora has kind of recovered from her shock and is just kind of thinking, and she's like, seven files missing. There's 7 of us. Do you think that means anything?
Well, Rome was, when he left, said 7 parts to be whole, 7, 7, 7. So, yes.
But do we think that those? No. Well.
Well, let's
Are
think
the
of
ends
it
of these
this way.
sentences good?
Well, I was thinking more so like if potentially the 7 gate towns could lead to portals that go to our 7 like home planes.
Are any of us from Mechanus?
I'm not.
I'm not.
No.
Was that one of the missing town names?
Potentially.
It could have been.
Well,
It
from the
was.
study,
Automata was blank than Bedlam. There is no automata.
Okay.
right.
Because he said alphabetical order,
Point of
and
order.
we know.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
either means.
And you guys know you can find the 16 towns listed downstairs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
the
We have a
7
map
that
of
we are
Outlands.
missing
We have
is
a map
what
of
then?
Outlands. We have a map that has
We
all
have.
16 towns on it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We just
So
do
we
we
can
know which
cross-reference.
gates are in which town? Is that something we can
I
find?
might
Not
know.
necessarily.
Zathir raises her
It's
hand.
something
She
we
says,
can learn.
I could show you a map.
Hell yeah, sister.
Surely.
You did want to learn how this place moved, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've never
Yes.
driven a stick drift before.
Well,
Let's
it's
go.
a little more complicated than that. And she
How do you
takes
know
you
what a
up.
stick shift is?
My wagon's my wagon's an automatic.
She takes you up to where the big, large, round table with the statue holding around it was that you guys experienced as you went through, and she begins to activate this device, which you notice the statue kind of has a single eye on the helmet, kind of opens and glows, and the table itself begins to glow, and you see a map of the Outlands appear.
Wow.
She says, "This is the Castilian," and she refers to the statue. Think of him as a chauffeur
I was
for.
about to say, did look like a guy.
Says, think of him as a chauffeur for Aed Karu, which is the name of this fortress.
And Karu?
Aed Karu.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Ayed Karu.
And as she activates the table, you all of a sudden feel this. The whole castle starts to move underneath you a little bit, and you can tell that you are rising up, and you rise up about probably 30-40 feet before it settles back in.
How much force does a immovable rod take before it breaks?
I believe 1,000.
It rises.
Did you leave the immovable rod set up somewhere?
Yes.
No.
He was hanging from it.
But
Inside
inside the
fortress,
castle,
though,
though.
You used it to fix the gate, right?
Oh,
You
that's
brought
right.
it
I
Yeah.
used it to fix the door.
Yeah.
We just hear a.
so it's sitting in the castle.
I mean, it would tear a hole through the
It's like,
castle
Kung, kung,
if it was set up.
It was not.
Okay.
I've given it back to Calistric after fixing the door.
So, and I'm going to share another image with you guys because this is a better version of what you're actually seeing.
Perfect. So I was gonna say I'm gonna send.
Except for me, because I'm still asleep in the library.
Oh,
Hey, not after that loud crash.
Yeah, you just probably woke up with
What-
this thing moving.
There was no crash; it just
that's
lifted
cool.
up, right? I mean,
it's
Sort of
probably a
rocking
lot
to
of
sleep.
noise,
Yeah, but
though.
kind
Yeah.
of awkwardly and not quietly. I mean, to give you an idea,
you hear
this is what it looks like.
loud cursing from somewhere else in the fortress.
A bunch of books just fucking slam down on top of you.
This is what it looks like
Oh,
That looks
as it-
so fucking cool.
I
as
know.
it's up on its legs.
that's so neat.
I want one.
You have one.
No, like for real.
I've negotiated.
Wow.
Out of pure curiosity, my eyes are gonna glow purple, and I want to see if I detect any portals in this room.
No.
Okay.
What are these glowing horses? That's what I want.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those
that's
are not
hilarious.
there. I mean, you're not seeing those.
Right next to the strange.
Still want them.
All right. So if we cross-reference the 7 that we're missing, it's Arcadia.
Automata.
Yeah, you-
Now, hold on.
No.
Are you worried about
Fortitude.
the outer circles represent the planes that these cities are attached to?
That's right. My bad.
So the cities are within the inner circle.
Yes.
Fortitude, automata.
So let's head to Automata.
It's a good plan.
Yeah, because Automata is the closest to us, also, correct?
Well, in theory.
I see a little
well,
that's
moving
where-
thing.
That's really difficult because, again,
Yeah, I was about to say.
Space is a
distances
little fucky.
change and everything's kind of wonky here because it's constantly evolving,
Mhm.
right? What you're watching is lands form and rise and deteriorate and fall, and pieces of the land get sucked into the city, and it's just each of these little towns and things like that. So they're all at different stages of being.
Mhm.
If that
As I'm
makes sense.
looking at this map, was Sylvania, was that on the list?
It was not said out loud.
Was that a file not found?
Possibly.
That's for you guys to put together, not for me to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Well, I'm asking the
Right.
group.
Okay.
I believe that was a file not found.
I recognize the town inside of it. I
So,
You recognize the plane that
The plane.
Gate Town is connected to.
yeah, I recognize that plane. I live in that plane.
Yeah, memories flood back to you.
It's beautiful there. It's literally my favorite place. Do any of the other places resonate with you guys? I maybe not Mechanist. Maybe I don't know why that would matter to anybody else, but
Well, Mechanist actually matters
Cool.
to me, but for an opposite reason. It's one of the few ones I haven't gone to.
huh.
And you hear a small voice kind of pipe up from behind you. And a lot of us are from the Prime Material, and you can't connect to there from the Outlands. Like, you can't get to where I'm from here.
Correct.
stole the words right from my
You
mouth.
notice that he, in his hand, still has a book on vampires.
Huh.
That he sort of
Maybe
tucks into
it's-
his backpack.
I guess it could potentially just be a coincidence, but I don't know. It feels too much of a connection. I don't know. It just feels weird that is where I live currently. I am pretty certain I live there.
And as you have that memories, you definitely remember being living there. You also remember that your more recent memories were elsewhere, with like your memories with this group.
Yeah. I
It's
haven't.
not like you have a lot of memories of being there with these people.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two if you know you would have taken them there or whatever, but
Yeah.
that's older history for you, not more new.
Yeah, so I haven't been there in like a little while because I've been hanging out with you guys more often, but that's where like my home is currently. I think I dance there pretty often. Interesting. Could be just an coincidence, but it seems interesting.
Some of the other planes that were missing are less hospitable.
You could say that again.
To say the least. So I really, truly hope that it is a coincidence, because if not, we may be going to some, well, let's call them uncomfortable places.
Well, I think we should figure out the other ones that we are missing.
Shouldn't
Yeah,
we
we can do-
just...
With this map and after hearing the list, you could piece together which ones you're missing.
Mhm.
That's not hard for you to do. So I can read them off to you if you wish.
That'd be great.
Automata is the first one that was missing. Cursed, Excelsior, Faunel, Glorium, Rigus, and Sylvania are the 7 that were not in the Mimir's memory.
Maybe
So
we
we
should
know
start
Automata
going.
goes to Mechanist.
Excelsior goes to Mount Celestia.
Mm-hmm.
Cursed goes to Carceri. Rigus goes to Acheron. Those are the less nice places that I was kind of mentioning.
What's wrong with them?
They are interesting locations, to say the least.
Yeah, they it's where a lot of let's call it, demons, devils, that kind of thing. That's where that stuff is.
Yeah, I mean, one could presume upon looking upon thy map that seeing locations named and similarly themed after Ribcage and Hopeless would perhaps not be the best places to visit.
I think we
What
should.
about the
Well, we
abyss?
kind
And
of
she'll
assume-
just spout off a sentence in abyssal.
Don't know that one, I say in Infernal.
I say in deep speech, what about this
you
one?
kind of-
I'm just
you
looking
kind
at
of
everybody
assume
like,
that the places take on the aspects of where they connect to, right? I mean, probably.
It would seem.
That makes sense.
we should
Well,
make a list
like
of the
Ribcage
7.
doesn't sound like a nice place.
We should make a
From-
list of the 7, and then we should start with the one that is the least frightening.
Well, I think the one that
The
has
one
the
that's
most
the least
interest
frightening
is
is also the
mechanism.
farthest
Yeah.
away from us.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah, that is true.
things are subjective around here. It could be closer than we think.
But if we are looking for a monodrone,
We should definitely go to Mechanist, but
Mhm.
if we have
The
time.
voice did say that the closest card to us was away from the spire, which puts it probably at Automata, or maybe Regus.
I hate
But
to
the
tell you
closest
this,
place
Quinn.
away from the spire is Automata.
Yeah.
I
was gonna
hate
say
for you to tell me it too.
the spire's in the middle and it's a circle. So if
We're
the
also
plane is
on
flat,
one side of the spire.
then if the plane is flat, then everything's away from the spire.
She has a point.
Except for stuff towards the center.
yeah, it's relative to us.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't
I-
understand
We
relativities.
just said that.
Listen, this is
We
flat
just-
plane society right now.
No. Oh no.
So maybe maybe it's
Quinn,
the one
why-
closest to
Technically,
us.
yes. And Quinn starts sketching a map of play
If
Yeah,
you would like
kind
a
of.
more accurate map of this domain, does anyone have a ball of yarn?
I'll just lean over to Zathir. Can we go to Automata?
If that
Near.
is your wish, I can take us there.
That would be great. Oh, hey Vora, can I have my rock back?
I like the rock.
But I gave her my rock because I've negotiated living quarters here, so we live here now. Not temporarily, semi-permanently. And so she needs a rock so that we can get in contact with her if we need her to come meet us somewhere.
Fine. I'll give it to you.
Here, I'll
Thank
give you a
you.
replacement rock.
Thank you. Can I talk through it?
No, it's just a rock.
I mean, but you can talk to it.
You missed a golden opportunity there.
Oh, rat. How could I be so foolish?
So are
Well.
we?
Yeah, she's driving us to.
Okay.
Automata.
Yeah, thank you. Automata, not automata.
Near Automata is where we will be landing.
Yeah.
Reference.
You see this thing starts moving, and at the beginning, it starts to feel very, very uncomfortable in the sense of there might, you feel like it might not do this, but eventually there's a stability that comes with it, and then it eventually just stops being vomit-inducing movement and just becomes normal movement.
I was gonna say it's like when you're walking in a boat.
Embark, and now we have sea legs. Yeah, exactly.
Is there a window?
You gonna puke?
Yeah, there are lots of windows.
I'm gonna go up to a window and let my birdie fly and swap my vision and just fly around and look at everything.
Lorelai will see him do that and run over to the same window and toss Radish out the window. Radish can fly.
I just imagine the universe where they can't. They just.
And now all we have is a flying cat chasing a bird around and around and around
Oh,
his
yeah.
house.
And it's
Radish
just-
would 100% land on his feet, though.
Right.
It's just me and Gil not seeing, but seeing through.
At a certain point, you just start feeling his hand like press against the side of your head, like she's not happy. Something is happening. Stop.
Oh, pocket dimension.
While you're out and about, if you're looking through your familiar's eyes, give me a perception check.
Oh,
Indeed.
shit.
Now, my portents were pretty bad, so I'm definitely not going to use. Do we use the familiar's perception or ours?
I believe it's your mental stats of the familiar, but that could have changed in this version of the game. So check
We don't
find
know.
familiar.
I gotta
I'm not
find
good at
all the stuff.
perception, so.
Back to the chain. Nope, that doesn't tell me anything. Find familiar.
I don't have the new rules, so.
Sorry, I'm looking quickly.
If you bring up the
There's such-
spell, it'll say.
Yeah, I'm looking. There's so much text.
It's so many words. How joyous.
Okay, so it says you can see through the familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits of any special senses it has. So I believe you would use the familiar's senses.
Makes sense to me.
You don't want to pick a bird for my bird, because I just did bird.
What?
I do raven.
Yeah, Raven would be fine.
Why won't Radish come up? Oh.
Oh,
Okay, there.
you're so good at perception, my funny bird. Do you get anything? No? Okay.
How do I roll? Where is it?
This +1. 9.
Am I dumb? Hold on.
Elpis does not see a damn thing because she's too busy being chased by a cat.
How do you spell the your familiar's name? Elpis?
ELPIS. Elpis.
Put a V in there and just as
Elvish, my stylish bird.
Plus wisdom is a +1, so 18 for Radish.
What did you get for Elpis?
8.
So with the 18, so you see through your cat's eyes and you look back and you notice that the spire itself
Mm-hmm.
is glitching like your friends were glitching the other day as you were traveling.
Oh, fuck.
And then it stops and solidifies again.
I'll pop out of Radish vision and tap Gil on the shoulder to also
Yes.
leave the bird alone. Did you see that?
No, I was too busy trying to flee from your cat.
Oh, well, sorry. Hey guys, the tower is also glitches, like how Gil was and how Quinn was. Or not the tower, but the spire.
That's probably not good.
So it was like blinking uncontrollably and then it stopped. Do you think we've broken something?
I believe that Rome has broken something.
That seems more likely.
Mm-hmm.
But like the time police
the
were
time
already
cops
pissed.
are hunting Rome and not us. Yeah.
No.
Think of it this way. I think you're on a similar track. I think we have sort of been thrown into the jambalaya of Rome's creation. Rome took some spaghetti and Shuck put it at the wall, and we happened to be an ingredient.
You sounded
No,
so smart for
no,
so
'cause-
long.
I have my bad moments.
But don't you remember when we were at the tavern together? We all had our
Yeah.
cards.
And
All
then
7
things
of us.
got real fucky from there.
Does anyone remember what was said at this tavern? I do not.
No,
I just
remember being there with the 6 of you,
and a goblin.
sort
would
of,
And
love
pulling
to
this
remember.
card.
and a goblin.
To recall that conversation.
Is the voice the goblin?
Oh,
Why don't you ask? You have the card.
No, I don't.
You don't?
What do you mean? I'll reach into my pocket and pull out the sage card. Oh, yeah, I guess you must have given it to me. Weird.
No. Why would I have it? I'm no sage.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true. I definitely would have picked it up. Yeah, I need about an hour, and then I can ask some questions. And very confusedly, I will sort of head off to my room and attune to this card that I know that I have never attuned to before.
Right.
in the meantime, have we been close to the spire before?
You came from the spot. You came
Yeah, we
from
were in.
Sigil.
I'm gonna,
We started
okay,
there.
Given that, I'm gonna cast clairvoyance and
Okay.
take a view up close of what's happening at the spire using clairvoyance.
So it has stopped glitching, and so everything in Sigil feels and looks normal. So the spire is just a straight rock, large, humongous spire of rock, and at the very top of it, surrounding it, is a circular shaped city that exists on the inside of the ring of a ring of land, basically, that is floating in the sky.
So
And that is the city of Sigil, the city of
nothing
many
is
doors.
happening inside, outside. No one's leaving. Nothing
No.
of significance is happening.
No.
Okay. Then
And as you do this, you remember in something in your past studies that said that the Lady of Pain, who is in charge of everything in Sigil, does not allow certain spells to be cast and prohibits them from working in her domain. Clairvoyance is one of them, yet yours just worked.
it was able to be cast.
Whoa.
I will, sort of similarly to how it was done to me, tap the shoulder of Lorelei and be like, I have made quite the interesting discovery.
Yeah.
The spell ward over Sigil is gone.
Do you think for everyone or maybe just for you? Or us?
Well, if I was able to cast a spell, why couldn't anyone else?
I don't have anything that goes that far that I know of.
You're muted, Sean.
Because nobody else has broken the laws of space and time and exists outside of where we are currently.
It
Maybe?
could be.
This makes us a real problem for the Lady of Pain.
Yes, I'm going to end my spell now.
Yeah.
Please do.
Huh.
She's just triangulating
She's
the cell
not
towers.
Right.
Pain for nothing.
Do
is
you
the
think
spell
a sending
towers.
spell would work on the Lady of Pain?
I wouldn't
Even
try.
Even I have a funny feeling in my stomach about that. I don't get that feeling very often, and I
I
don't
have a-
like it.
A dark curiosity to suddenly try, but I won't.
Let
But I
me
am curious.
tell you, friend, with the Lady of Pain base as the crest of my tiara. I don't think she would enjoy that.
I
She
mean, no
doesn't
offense.
get long distance. She only can
It's-
take calls after 9 p.m.
It's those collect calls, they add up charges. I completely understand thy challenges and will not push them.
She's
No
gonna
one
call
wants
to collect, I think.
Literally.
Yeah.
He's
Zathir,
gonna
how...
send a you up sending in the middle of the night.
I'm sitting there like, don't do it.
Zathir, how long do you think it'll take to get to Automata?
My best calculations are that we will reach Automata in 7 to 15 hours.
Oh,
Oh,
sick.
Time
That's
to
a
kill.
big, that's a crazy big range.
It
Okay,
has
have
a
you been
lot
to
of-
Automata before?
I have been near it, but I have not been inside.
Ah, and I high five. I'll like put my hand out for a high five. See, we're already mutually beneficial.
We will awkwardly high five.
Okay, we'll work on it.
And she'll look like at each of you as she does it, like not sure she did the right thing.
We'll work on it. You know, it's fine. I don't want to make you too uncomfortable. We're pushing social limits here. I get it. Oh, sorry, I forgot. And I will just give her the head nod.
And she gives you the head nod back, which she feels much more comfortable with. As you guys are moving along, in the distance, you see there is a patch of ground that looks to have been cleared into a strange shaped where the land has been shaped and formed where it has like a rounded raised area around a field that is kind of oblong pie shaped, but within the center or the bottom corner of that piece of pie, it has another patch that is a straight square.
Oh, I hate that.
And you hear the sound of an organ playing.
Oh,
It's a baseball field.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Oh, interesting.
is that a field?
Isn't
I
it kind
don't-
of all a field?
That's true.
Do we
to
see
be fair.
any people or living things there?
As you get closer, the stands are completely empty. But on the field, there appears to be a group of what look to be. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta get this right. Who's in the field first?
If you build it, they will come.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. The blue robots are on field.
The monodrones. What?
It sounds like a sick baseball team name.
Dude,
The Mechanist monodrones.
Yeah.
They're
Hell of
going
an
to the
M&M
World
sponsor.
Series.
The planar series.
They're going to the multiversal series.
Yeah.
You see in the field, there seems to be a group of where are they? Oh, I gotta pull up this picture. This is a good one. Give me
Hell
1
yeah.
second.
I love pictures.
I love photographs.
Charge!
Right now.
Thank you.
What's Vora up to? Just looking out of the window?
Yeah, she's been trying not to throw up since it started moving. She's just got leaning against a wall.
I can't spell.
Do you get tower sick, Flora?
I don't like moving in things that I can't. I don't know exactly what it's doing.
It's walking.
I don't even like to ride in like wagons.
You know,
Oh.
if you lean your head out the window and then make big stomping sounds with your mouth, it makes you feel like you're the one walking.
I don't think that's gonna work, buddy. But
Do you,
thanks.
do you want to find out?
Not
could always
particularly.
try.
No.
So in the field, you see a group of creatures like this. They are not even really warming up. They're kind of being
Holy crap.
just haphazard with what they're doing. And they seem to be heckling the other team. The other team is made up of...
Point at a soul. They
Hey,
look
whoa,
like
whoa,
you,
whoa.
but like gross.
Are you like cousins?
That has to be racist.
The others look like this, with actually one of their number is obviously recognized as a white-winged Deva.
Oh,
All dogs go to heaven.
Oh
So
no.
this is obviously a baseball game or some sort of sports game between some angels and some devils.
It would appear there are angels in the outfield.
I was gonna make
Which
the
the
same
name
joke.
of the encounter is called Angels in the Outlands.
Are we about to drive our tower right through our baseball game?
She
that
says,
would-
I could steer clear if that's what you wished.
well.
Do you guys want to go to a base? We
I
don't
kind
have
of
time
really
for a
want to
baseball
go
game.
to that baseball game.
I kind of really want to ask if they've seen a monodrone.
That's a good point.
But do you think they're gonna stop playing their game just to answer a question for you? And they don't even know
mean-
us.
There has to be some on the bench.
I have a feeling I speak their language.
Of
Baseball?
course you do.
There's no rule that says dogs can't play baseball.
And you just got mad at me for saying they might be your cousins. I get it. Whatever.
I'd love to know what game they're playing, and if there are any stakes.
Ooh.
Well, I think the party has voted.
Kaylin,
Baseball-
do you want to go to a baseball game?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Vora's
And-
gonna
and-
throw her hands up and just walk into the room that Kaylin was in and slam the door.
Oh,
Calitrix?
Never mind.
Oh,
I have other ideas now.
gross.
oh.
Zathier, you might want to park the tower and then leave for a little bit. I think they're going to put a sock on the door.
No.
I was joking. We're not a thing anymore. Let's go to a baseball game. A beer can come with.
I lean over to Lorelai and I go, "It's so will they, won't they?"
She says,
I know
Won't
it's very
they?
it's
Won't they?
it's a lot of whiplash.
You
It's
hear that
very
from-
emotionally traumatizing.
You hear that from the room? Won't. Never. No.
So many multiverses, you can't help but wonder.
You know, it sounds like
I've gone my whole life without wondering. Actually, I think I'm going to continue.
in two versions of Kaylin, he's dated the two ladies in the party, and they've both have not worked out. It seems like common denominator says Kaylin is a
Bad
shitty
at
relationship.
romance may be the multiversal trait.
Ugh.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Zathier pilots the fortress down. It's a little awkward as it lands, but it definitely lands and settles to the ground, so you can disembark. She says, I am not into sports ball. I will stay here.
Sports ball.
Okay, do you want us to bring you back I've heard they do like foam fingers and they heat corn into these crunchy little nuggets.
No to the
I-
finger, yes to the core.
Okay.
I have a feeling this may be a little different than we're all used to.
Well, I'm
I
very
still don't
much
know
not
what
used to
baseball
this at
any
all.
of this.
Correct.
Someone said baseball. What is baseball?
What do each of the groups of figures seem to be wearing like a specific insignia, specific
Absolutely.
colors, right? Like, is there?
Absolutely. You
They
see
got jerseys
white,
on.
Okay.
white and gold for the angels, and red and black for the devils.
In
As you get closer, you see a gigantic flat diamond. It's 3 points marked with squat pedestals shimmering with a ringed field. Celestials in radiant uniforms practice at swatting glowing orbs on one side of the field, while elephantine demons on the other side trumpet at them through barbed trunks to break their concentration. A boxy winged Modron in a padded helmet with a face cage sees you approach. Ah, greetings. It appears you stumbled onto our ball game. Care to participate?
Like
In what
watch,
capacity?
right?
Group huddle. I don't know what baseball is, but I really want to try.
Well, this
Oh.
isn't baseball. It's called Spireball.
Oh, what is Spireball?
Oh, well, let me explain the rules. We play here on this diamond. These 3 low pedestals at each of the triangle points serve as bases. The last of these, where the batters take their swings from, is known as home plate. During the game, batters navigate these bases in order from home plate to first base, second base, he's pointing the whole time, back to home plate. The game has the following rules. The offensive team rolls initiative to determine the batting order, while the defensive team designates the pitcher who stands in the middle of the triangle facing home plate. All other participants on the team become fielders. On their turn, each batter makes a check, and this is the mechanics of the game. I'm reading it to you.
Yeah.
So he's explaining this in game terms, but I'm reading it to you in the mechanics so you understand. Each batter makes a athletics check. On a successful check, the batter hits the ball with their implement, sends it flying into the field, and the batter attempts to move to first base. The defensive team can try to catch the ball. Each batter can attempt to check up to 3 times. After 3 failed checks, the batter strikes out and must stand down, and the next batter steps up. A batter who rolls a 20 on the die hits a home run. The defending team doesn't get a chance to catch that ball, and the batter and every other team member currently on the bases reach home plate. Catching. If a batter hits a ball, the defensive team moves to catch it. The fielder of your choice must succeed on an acrobatics check. On a successful check, the batter is out and must stand down. On a failed check, the batter advances to first base, moving any other batters ahead of them forward 1 base. So has 3 bases corresponding to the pedestals. Each time a batter returns from second base to home plate, so it's not quite baseball. There's 1 less base.
Gotcha.
The round ends when 3 batters are out, either by striking out or having their ball caught, at which point the 2 teams switch places. So he explains the game as the other groups are warming up, and he says, I'm sure if you were interested, you could talk to one of these teams and join if you want.
I would.
What are they
Play.
playing for?
I don't want to
Oh,
get dirty though.
And he points into the stands, and you see there's a little child just sitting in the stands by themselves.
We're playing for the kid.
I think we should help the angels.
Yeah, they meet. These 2 teams meet once every 300 years, and they play for the soul of an innocent.
Am I the only one that feels that's very irresponsible on thine angel's behalf?
Who won last time?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah,
Well-
300 years, my guy.
Well, this is
Did
going
you
on.
see another Modron come past here
No,
recently?
no.
What is your name?
Oh, my name. I'm G04L.
But you don't even
I
make
was
goals
waiting
in
for-
baseball.
Right.
I didn't write the module.
While everybody's thinking
I was
about
waiting
this,
for
Bora is
UMP1R3.
Bora is scrambling in the dirt with like her foot, like trying to clear it out of the way, and she keeps mumbling to herself, "He said it's a diamond. I don't see a diamond." I'm trying to.
Look, check this out.
What? So, what happens to the innocent?
I will protect this child.
By. Do the angels take it with them if they win too? Because neither of those sound good. Does she have parents?
Well, if they win, he points to the demons. He says, "I believe they take the soul down to Abyssal,
Ooh.
No.
and if they win, I believe they take the soul to Celestia."
One of those is better. Is this soul already passed, or is this a living child?
I believe they're in that in-between area. I'm
Okay.
not really sure. I'm an automaton, so it's kind of strange to
Right.
me.
How long
None-
does the game last?
50 years.
You are now here for the next.
Stay tuned while we play baseball for 4 more seconds.
Time is meaningless in this place.
Hold on, I have to check.
I've had 1,200 million soft pretzels. And I'm not tired of them yet.
It's
the-
$2 dogs
billion.
and ales.
It's only one inning, so it's only each team plays
Wow.
one team they bat, then they play defense.
Damn.
So like 10 minutes.
So we have to do that stupid song now?
The
The take me out to the choral game? That's what it was called at my house, like where I'm from.
Lorelai,
What?
may I have this dance?
To the
Take me out to the
first
And-
inning choral stretch?
He bows slightly and holds his hand out.
I'm in the back going,
Oh.
"Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it."
Oh, your girlfriend doesn't want me to touch you. I think she's jealous.
No. God bless.
Quinn, may I have this dance?
I'm 2 left feet, but sure.
All right, so I'm gonna reach out to Quinn, and I'm gonna do a dance, and in doing so, I'm casting at 3rd level enhance ability, and I will be enhance abilitying our strength. Because at 3rd level, I can pick 2 people, so he and I are getting advantage on all strength ability checks
Yeah, I got a negative
for the
1
next
strength.
hour. Yes, that's why I wanted to pick you.
Oh, well, your girlfriend got jealous.
Wait.
Joke's on you. I also have a -1 strength, so that's great.
Joke's on you, as do I. But I have
Wow.
expertise in athletics.
We are all strangely very weak.
Excuse me.
Speak for
I
yourself.
am
Speak for yourself.
I'm weak to the point of like being sickly. Like
And tiny.
The power comes from up here.
Can you let the
correct.
Diva and Hound Archons know that we'll be joining their team?
You're joining the.
The angels in the
They-
outfield.
They are known as the Righteous Hands.
yeah.
Yes, we'll be the leftist hand, whatever.
I feel like we
I
should
don't-
probably ask them permission first.
Story of my life.
Thaumaturgy. Excuse me, Deva.
The David looks up and comes over. My,
Is that
my
a
name?
species? Is Deva a species?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
the type of angel.
Okay.
I've just been referring to everyone as their species.
She comes over. She says, "My name is Sheriel, and I am the captain of this team. How may I help you?"
Of course, Sheriel. We.
Why are we letting
strange-
the wizard talk?
He's got the loudest voice.
I have
Okay,
thaumaturgy.
now that you're over here, hi. We understand that you're playing for the soul of a child. Yeah, we're gonna join your team and make sure that those devil fucks don't take that to the abyss. You good with that?
Are you any good?
Counterpoint. How many devil fucks are there?
There are
It's like
9.
9.
Yeah.
We could take
So,
'em.
so 6. Disintegrate makes it 5.
Banishment on 3 more.
Got lightning.
I'm just like counterpoint. What if we just kill the devil fucks?
No, no, that is not the deal.
There are rules to this game, I see.
There are. And we must abide by them.
Everything
We are
has
proficient
their-
adventurers and care deeply about the souls of children.
I would say
I think
so.
the souls of
This-
anybody, but yeah, children
This
especially.
is very true, and that is why I think I'm going to go join my folk.
Oh.
And I give you a wink.
Oh.
And I'm going to walk over to the other elephant folk and start speaking in Loxodinian.
Okay.
As having the Loxodon language be called Loxodon just feels wrong.
Gotcha. The one who is warming up on the mound comes over to you and says, "Hey, nice trunk."
Thanks. Hits like a truck, if you know what I mean.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh. Care to join us?
that's why I'm here.
All right.
Michael
I,
Jordan said, "Fuck them kids."
I catch on to what Aesol is doing, and will run up to try and catch up with him.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Why are these people horrible?
So hold on a second. So both Gil and Lorelei are going to go play with the devils.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
We thought we'd try to make it a fair match. 3 on their team, 3 on your team.
Yeah.
Ignore
Fair.
the 4th
There's-
one.
7 of us.
Okay.
Fora just sighs and walks into the stands and sits by the girl.
Does Quinn count as a player?
You sit next to Vora sits next to the little kid.
Yeah.
She looks up at you and says, "Hi,
Hello.
what's your name?"
I'm Fora. What's your name?
"Oh, I'm Lisa."
Hi, Lisa. How long
Hi.
have you been here?
Kind of hard to tell. I died.
Yeah, I heard. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think my friends are gonna try to help you, though.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm just really worried.
What are you worried about?
Well, those guys look kind of nasty.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You see my friends there?
Well, some of them are over high-fiving with those nasty guys.
Yeah, I know. Trust
You-
me.
One of them looks just like those nasty guys.
Yeah.
Just like them.
Now who's racist?
With the new look that you have, you fit right in.
yeah.
Literally, it's like black plate, spiked trunk, like it's all there.
I'm just gonna tell her, just trust me, and I'm gonna kind of wink at her.
She says, "Okay, well, they better not win. I want these guys to win, but more than anything, I don't want a tie."
What happens,
What happens
if
if
they
it
tie?
I wait 300 years.
Oh. Okay, trust me. And I'm going to start praying to my god.
Do you think they tied less?
I'm going
Kind
to
of
ask,
hard to tell.
I'm going to ask the elephant folk who their pitcher is.
The one that first talked to you.
Okay,
I go by Snot Rocket.
Ew.
Nod Rocket.
Yeah.
Well, they call me asshole, if you know what a nickname is.
If you know
I'll give you 3 guesses on how I got that name.
I mean, I bet you were an asshole.
Yeah. So we're cheating, right?
I mean, we can't really cheat in certain ways. We gotta actually play the game.
Well, yes, but
But
I
he kind of looks over his shoulder. He goes, "But these goody two shoes, they'll play by the book. We can, fudge a little."
I just may be able to help you, and I just cast thaumaturgy, make my eyes glow, indicating that I have some magical means of helping him.
I'm gonna do the same thing and do a little crackle in my fingers behind him.
I'm gonna cast prestidigitation and do the same thing. Fuck you guys.
We're the evil ones.
All right, well,
I'm gonna go out there, and Lorelai just runs into the outfield.
I have some preemptive. This is hush hush for thine ears only. Come hither. I have some magics that can enhance you if you require for cheating in the game that you want to win. I think
What are these magics?
they bend reality.
If the opportunity arises, just make sure they don't catch you, because they don't take too kindly to cheaters.
Of course.
I'm gonna cartwheel onto the field.
Lorelai's out in the outfield twirling.
How do we determine who goes first?
Well, they bat first, or he says to you, well, they're batting first and we bat last, which is an advantage to us.
Fair enough.
So, you ready?
Ready.
I'm going to ask if I can be the second baseman. Sure. Or no. Well, I guess it's only 3 bases, right?
Yeah, first, second, and home.
Right.
I'm going to ask to be an outfielder, mainly trying to play behind the pitcher.
Okay.
I'm going to, as I'm cartwheeling, give a little cheer, and I'm going to bardically inspire both Calistrick and Quinn.
Nice. All right. So,
I need all the help I can get.
I'm gonna be in
Modron-
shortstop position.
the Modron pulls down the mask over his one eye and says, all right, play ball! And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. And we will pick up with the game next section.
Now that's
Lorelai
a scene
looks
I
like
wanna
that.
see.
Lorelai is literally just that stereotypical like 5-year-old that their parents like force them to play this game. So she's like picking clovers and like doing cartwheels in the outfield.
Nice.
Building
That was
little
me.
dirt castles.
Looking for ants. Yeah.
No,
Awesome.
Right.
no ants.
I marked Bardic Inspiration on both Quinn and Calistrick, so we remember.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I won't rest us or anything
Perfect.
like that, so that's there. Awesome. This is a great session, everybody. Welcome to the group, Miller. It was great having you, and I'm excited for your guild to be joining us now. And we are Dicey Decisions. This is our Twist of Fate campaign. We have it every Friday night. Our back episodes are all on YouTube. Tonight was episode 8 of this campaign.
Yep. That's correct.
And then on Monday nights, Jack is the DM for our other campaign, which is Zeros to Heroes, set in Taldore, a very narrative, fun, new adventurers getting their legs underneath them for the first time style campaign. Is on Monday nights, and we occasionally do one-shots here and there. Look out for announcements about those.
Did Deadly Decisions ever get onto YouTube?
That's about to go up this weekend. Deadly Decisions, which happened last week, was a one-shot set in the game of
World of Darkness.
World of Darkness campaign. Was a nice, really spooky horror evening that several folks played in, and even had a new.
I ran it. I only killed one of the people. I tried to kill all 4, but it didn't work out.
But you had
Nope.
them all.
And it
You'll get him
wasn't
next time, champ. You'll get him
it
next
wasn't intentional that I killed the one that is not here.
Right.
But I was gonna say, we loved having that happen because we really like trying out new systems and whatnot. And you should check that out once we get that posted on our
And
YouTube
thanks,
page.
Katie, for joining us.
Yeah, Katie
Yes.
did great, and it was a lot of fun. And I think Katie's death was well played. So it wasn't just a death in a game that was
Well
actually
played,
well played.
Justin. Well played.
Yes.
No, it was well played by her too. So
I know. I was being
but all right, we will see you next week with this campaign, and check us out on Monday night. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Hi, folks.